welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared. Today we're doing an unboxing for Gravwell 2nd edition. There's a big sticker here on the front that says Unique Ship Powers. Now, I haven't played the original edition, but I've been recommended it several times. In fact, on our podcast, our co-host Jay has mentioned the at least the 1st edition several times on a couple of our top 10 lists, and so it has intrigued me. And so here I am. I picked up a copy of the new edition, and I wanted to open it up with everybody on camera and see how it looks and all of that. I know it's kind of a game about positioning things and having to deal with both other players' locations on things and how much you get shot forward or back or around and that kind of thing. And right here on the back, it says it plays up to 6 players, ages 10 and up, 2 to 6, plays in 30 to 45 minutes. And I'll go ahead and read the back, and then we'll open it right up. So it says, oh, and this is from Renegade Game Studios and designed by Corey Young. You're among a flotilla of ships that survived passing through a black hole. You quickly discover that your engines are offline, but you can navigate crudely using your tractor and repulsor beams. You lock onto another object, perhaps a spacecraft, and creep toward it. But just as you're about to engage your tractor beam, its captain engages his beam, catapulting his ship past you. If you don't act quickly, you'll be pulled the wrong direction. In Gravwell, you race against up to 5 other pilots to escape from deep space. Each round you select cards that will move your ship, or everyone else, based on the nearest sources of gravity, which are ever-changing. Every ship has unique powers that can be used strategically to outmaneuver your opponents and jettison you towards your goal. It's a real mind bender. So yeah, that's a big component of this game, is the puzzly aspect, and it is extremely player interactive in the way that it, as it describes there, uses other players' ships and objects there to affect where and how you can move. You do get to try to direct what you select and how you move through the cards, but again, it's based on positioning and all sorts of stuff like that. So we have the inner warp gate right there in the middle. We have the outer warp gate, and of course you got this track that kind of pulls you forward and out. And yeah, you need to escape from the black holes, as I recall, from right in the middle. But we've got some documentation here. We've got the Search for Planet X, also a really great game. I've played that. And a few other sci-fi games here advertised. And we have the rule book, which is kind of a smaller rule book, very big text, so it's not going to be too complicated to learn. And a few descriptions here, the cards, and even descriptions of the ship. So it looks like this is all flavor text too. So there's a little bit of story going on in the game. I think over here, we've got this little track that I'm not sure if that actually means anything or not. Because it kind of looks a little complicated, but I don't know if it fits what you're actually doing in the game. So component-wise, we've got a little disc here. This appears to be like an asteroid, right? Over here, we've got 2 more wooden pieces that appear to be crates, they are screen printed on 3 sides, like so. You can see, well, actually 5 sides, all but the bottom. But they look like actual containers, like you would get on a container ship or shipped out on a truck, that kind of thing. We have 2 decks of cards that will open, and we have a ship piece for every player. So here's the red ship right there, and these already come on their little bases, pre-assembled and everything. Let's see here. Perfect. And the insert seems to do a pretty nice job of keeping them in place. They're not loose at all in there, which is not only good for shipping, but storage. The green ship. Now this one actually kind of looks like an alien ship. I mean, just the design of it is very interesting. Okay. We have the blue ship. Very interesting. I kind of like the look of that It's got like a spoiler on it kind of thing. You know, that you would find on a car. Got the purple one. I will say these are all very unique, very different from one another, and fairly detailed, you know. Certainly a lot of design was put into how these all look, and they did try to make them look very different. This one looks the most like typical of a spaceship. I think it kind of resembles, you know, one of the ships from Star Wars, honestly. But, all right. Now, that's all of these components. Let's look at the cards and see how these look, because this is basically the crux of how the game is played, and how you try to move around space. Okay, so all these have this Gravwell back to them. You've got argon, boron, carbon, dubnium, dysprosium, and all of these basically have different values. Now I see this one has kind of a mark on it, like don't do this kind of thing. I don't know what that means yet, but otherwise their colors are different, and of course the numbers, and they're all named after various elements. Okay. Important, I imagine. Let's open this here. So, these are all pretty unique. I guess these are probably player color type stuff. The charged side and multiplex dynamo. Pass or land on the Merton cloud. Convert a multi-point beam into a standard tractor or repulsor beam 2 times more powerful. For example, turn a 2-point multi-point tractor beam into a 4-point standard tractor beam. This is charged and then used. Okay. So these are all just kind of special ability type things that you can have onto your ship. But I think they're all different. And it would seem that if these are, you know, like 4 tied, you know, 4 color cards tied to each ship, you're going to want to try each different ship to have a different gameplay experience. So you're talking 6 games if you want to try each one of them before you feel confident, you know, you've seen everything the game has to offer. But yeah, so you have some custom cards, 4 for each player, which is cool. And I don't know if you have to earn these or if you start with them or how you charge them and whatnot. That's going to be explained in the rules, which I haven't played yet. But it is a pretty good production. The board is nicely made. You know, it's kind of this quadrant board, flips, 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 right? Yeah, it looks nice. I think, you know, it's going to be fun for, you know, people with the sci-fi theme and who want to have some cool looking ships while you're playing a game. And again, 30 to 45 minutes isn't so bad for a game like this. And that's kind of what you want. Something that doesn't go on forever, but really fun. And like I said, it's been recommended to me by several people, and I keep hearing about it. So I was like, I got to pick it up. And of course, so here we are. And yeah, this is the unboxing. Thank you so much for tuning in to the unboxing of Gravwell 2nd edition. If you've played, let me know what you think of the game, and maybe some tips, tricks, and all that kind of stuff on my first play. And if you have a favorite ship, you know, favorite ability even. So let me know in the comments, and, you know, stick around, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything that comes out. We do, obviously, unboxings. We do tutorials every other week. We have a podcast every other week. We do news about board games and what's new every other Friday, and recommendation videos. So all kinds of fun stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you next time.